Yes, before you say anything, Under the Mayo has done 2 videos specifically on this topic, which I will leave linked down below if you want to check him out. I highly recommend you do so. He is much more articulate than I can ever hope to be. And those videos give a nice solid understanding of how the microwave beam works, which I will cover here as well, but still it's a nice homage to him since he beat me to it, and I can claim I'm doing this for console players, so it's a win-win. But I also feel like there's some extra stuff I can add to this conversation. In these last 4 months that Doom Eternal's been out, people have gotten much more comfortable experimenting with weapon combinations and getting out of their comfort zone, which the DLC for Doom Eternal is really trying to do, it looks like, with things like the Ballista Super Shotgun combination not being as much of a crutch, the Summoner adding in an entirely different dynamic on its own. You have to use a specific weapon mod when dealing with her, and a downside to this weapon mod is you basically can't move. So in this video I'm going to add to some of the things Under the Mayo talked about, as well as help you at the very least prepare for this DLC and give a basic foundation that you can come back and look at once the DLC launches. So let's kick this off talking about movement. Initially I was going to start this off talking about upgrades, but it sounds like at the start of the DLC everyone's going to be rewarded with mastered weapons, so discussing upgrades just seems irrelevant if that's the case, and for the sake of this video I'm just going to treat that like it is the case. So let's talk movement. The biggest downside to the microwave beam is whenever you have a demon locked in place, yes, you're essentially boiling its blood, cooking it from the inside out, preparing it to explode, just like the oversized pimple on every teenager's face, but the drastic downside here is while you have that demon locked in place, you're essentially stuck in place too, leaving you open to attack, and you can be stuck there for quite a while depending on the demon that you have locked in place, which pro tip, you shouldn't be using the microwave beam like this. I'm 100% sure someone is bound to say that there is some uses by doing it like this, but what I mean is don't rely on just the microwave beam in dealing with especially heavy demons. You're gonna run through a lot of ammunition, you're vulnerable at the same time, so if you're in the middle of an arena fight and you decide to do this, especially in an Ultra Nightmare run, you're basically screwing yourself over there. The microwave mod is instead a nice tactical weapon, or a complementary weapon. It's there to boost the other weapons in your arsenal, which we'll talk about in a second, but as I mentioned with your movement, you're essentially stuck in place whenever you have a demon lock with that beam. However, if you can find a way to get yourself airborne, you're gonna be a much harder target to hit. Things like jump pads, monkey bars. If you can meat hook the demon, throw yourself in the air, hit it with the microwave beam to stun it, and then switch the Ballista Super Shotgun or any other weapon of your choice, that's a much more effective way to boost your efficiency with this mod, rather than just sit on the ground and lock a demon and pray nothing hits you. Now I want to give a special shout out to your boy McCain from the Discord, who also mentioned that when you use monkey bars, your jumps are always going to be reset or refilled. So what you can do is meat hook a demon, throw yourself into that monkey bar, jump twice to get that extra air, keep yourself hovering. Right here I'm actually hitting the height cap, but in other areas you can go a little bit higher than this, and then just continue that. Whenever you feel yourself falling, you can grab that monkey bar, throw yourself back in the air. And the way that the microwave mod would play into this scenario is if you don't have an extra ice bomb, or you want to keep a certain demon locked in place, you can pull out the microwave beam, hit him with it for a couple seconds, and then let a couple shots off to eliminate that demon from the fight. This is yet another example as to why you always want to be airborne. It makes you much more fluid, and it makes you, again, a much harder target, while giving you a giant advantage. Everything is beneath you. So next up, let's talk about health and weapon combinations. Now, I'm not going too in-depth on weapon combinations. Instead, what I want to do is kind of give you some rich soil to plant some solid seeds of thought and creativity, if that makes any sense. Kind of give you my thought process on certain fights, and hopefully that'll give you a nice train of thought on how you can adapt in your own personal situations you find yourself in. But without getting too ahead of ourselves, let's talk about health. So the microwave beam has a very interesting attribute. Whenever you hit a demon with it, there's going to be a little green bar that pops up. That green bar is a live feedback of that demon's health. The more of it that's filled up with that solid green color, the lower the demon's health is. And this is a nice gauge of identifying how close a demon is to either dying or how close they are to being put inside of a glory kill. Maybe if you're consistently chipping away at multiple demons' healths and you're losing track of what you're hitting each demon with, you can tag one of them with a microwave beam really quick just to gauge where their health is, and that can help determine, well, am I going to kill this demon, or am I going to finish it off with an extra shot or two? This removes a lot of guessing. It also helps set you up with getting some of your ammunition back. If you mastered the full auto shotgun mod, which again in the DLC it sounds like everyone is going to have anyways, there's a lot of guessing that's now removed because you're being told where the demon's health is. So with even less shots invested in killing that heavy demon, you can get a nice boosts your ammo reserve at just the cost of an extra shot or two from your full auto shotgun, and that is yet just another benefit. So to recap, when you use a microwave beam, ideally you want to be in the air. You want to take advantage of jump pads, meat hooking, and monkey bars. We use the microwave beam to gauge demons' health, to try and figure out where their health is, and then from there, if this is what you want to do, you can figure out whether if you want to glory kill the demon or use it as extra ammunition for your shotgun. Now earlier I talked about using this in your usual weapon rotation. It should be something that you're essentially using as a backup ice bomb. Whenever your ice bomb is on cooldown or recharging, what you can always do is switch to this microwave beam, hit a demon with it for a couple seconds, and that'll stun it, giving you enough time to switch to whatever weapons work best on that specific demon. Right here I took forever, but I managed to switch to my lock-on mod for the whiplash. I did it with the Mancubus right here. I mean, it wasn't the ideal weapons, but it gave me plenty of time to basically neutralize it, keep it still, and then focus on my fire on it. It would also be a good idea to, if you're quick enough, potentially stun it, meat hook it, throw yourself over it, and then as you're going above it, hit it with the ballista shot, super shotgun, lock on, or any other useful weapon combination. Anyways, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Right now would be the ideal time to start practicing with the microwave beam because again, the DLC is coming and you're gonna have to use it on the summoner. If you guys have any extra tips or tricks with the microwave beam, like always, feel free to share that stuff down below. Doom Eternal is one of those games where everyone is constantly learning something new, myself included. So I'd love to hear some of your guys' own personal strategies. Like always, guys, my name is Cynic. Thank you all so much for watching. Links to all the important shit will be down below, but until next time, I'll see y'all later.